Welcome, guys, to the afternoon podcast. I'm your host, Michael Max, and this is the first episode of our podcast ever. Now, please welcome our guest who will introduce herself.
Hi guys, I'm Faith.
So that's Faith.
I'm the co-host.
She's the co-host. So, guys, basically, we're gonna be talking about different topics every single week. We're gonna be consistent. We're coming with you. This is our debut episode, so I hope you guys are gonna support us. We are in Kabeja right now, right? And we are trying to uplift the content marketing in Kabeja, right? So we hope you guys are gonna be subscribing, liking the video, sharing the video, comment on the video what you think about the first episode. Okay, so we're about to go on right now on our first episode. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so what do you feel like we should talk about, Faith? This is our first episode.
Maybe get to know each other better.
Yeah, for people to relate to us. Maybe we can talk about things that are personal to us.
Maybe childhood stories.
Childhood stories.
Yeah.
Man, my childhood stories. I've got a couple of childhood stories that I like to tell people because we know this podcast is about opening up.
Yeah.
We need to open ourselves up so that people can get to know us better. So from childhood, wow. There's one story from childhood I can think about. Right? There was one time my grandfather he passed away. So there's one time I'm going to this friend's house, and I'm gonna go look for him. So I've got an apple in my head, in my hand, right?
Right.
And the stem of an apple.
Yeah.
The stem. So I take the stem out, and I throw it at the window, right?
At his house.
At his house,
Okay.
looking I'm knocking and it's not opening. So I take the stem.
So what are you hoping for?
I'm hoping that he opens up, right? So I take the stem and I
You throw it
I
inside.
throw it in the window. So my grandfather, right, he's looking at me from afar, from a distance.
Right.
He's outside, he's looking at me. He's like, "Hey, what then? What is up?"
How did you see that?
He calls me like, "What is up?" I'm like, "What the fuck? What did I do?" I'm like 8 years old when this happened, right? He's called me. I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Come with me." He's like, "Come to the kitchen." He's like, I'm like, nah. I'm like, I didn't throw a stone. I threw a stem. He's like, no, yeah, man, I'm like, nah, I didn't throw. So he calls my grandmother. He's like to my grandmother, I threw like a stone, and my grandmother's like beat him up. So you see right here.
Yeah.
Right here, yeah. That's you see, he beat me up. He took a belt, I took a belt, he
No
just beat the
way.
shit out of me
No way.
in the kitchen. Can you, Kaya, bro, he beat me up, he beat me up with a belt, and he said I took a glass, right? So it fell, and it broke on the floor. So when he told me to sweep it up, he's like, sweep it up. So I sweep the glass, right, and I'm sweeping fast. When I sweep the glass, it hit me right here, like this, and I just bled.
Yeah.
That's like a wow.
And now it's a permanent
It's a permanent scar. I thought it was gonna
now you're gonna tell your children about it.
I'm gonna tell my children about it, but I'm telling people in the podcast right now, I guess. So that's one memory from him, but he passed away in 2010.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a
sorry.
big funeral. My mom was there. Oh, they were crying. But yeah, I mean that's a one childhood I can tell you from my story. But permanent scar. That's why I always remember him.
Yeah, that's a remember me scar.
That's a remember me scar. But yeah, man, shout out to him, man.
Oh, shout out.
From this day, I don't think he would still understand. It was just a stem.
It was
not.
Did it even cling? It was there
nothing.
even a sound?
He just thought it was a stone, and it beat the shit out of me. Fuck, man. What story do you have from childhood?
Okay, so I was the only child
Yeah.
raised by a man.
Oh,
Mind you, I'm just a girl.
yeah.
It was, it was, I don't know, the most funniest experience ever. My dad was a librarian.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know how men are, they don't want to spend that much. So
Yeah,
he
yes.
didn't buy like those wardrobes for my room.
For your room.
Yes, he had one in his room. But for me, books come in big
Cabinets.
Yeah. So he took one of those from work and then he's like, put your clothes in there. So my clothes used to stay in a box, a big box. And then my shoes used to stay like in like a washing. Yeah.
So you were stingy, man. Fuck. I can't be stingy. That is that.
You don't. Men are comfortable. Like men will stay in a box and then have a car. Like they don't mind.
Yeah, they don't mind.
They don't mind. So that was my life. So every time I had to look for something, like every time he's like, okay, maybe look for your handkerchief or whatnot. I had to look in that box, and every time I looked in the box, it's a big box now. I'm busy like taking out things, and I'm this short little thing, and then I go with my whole body, and then the box will go like.
Yeah. When was this? What year are we talking about?
We're talking about 2010, 2011.
2010.
Yeah.
During the World Cup.
During those times. And he'd get so mad, like I'd lose my stuff, and then every time I had to, like, it was hard looking for anything in that box. Bruh, it's a box. Everything is just in there. How are you gonna look for a handkerchief? A handkerchief.
Hopefully now he's a big spender. He's like a big spender, or now that you're older.
He's elevated. Income wise.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a big house, but I wouldn't say he's a big spender. Like.
So you mentioned like you grew up with your dad.
Yeah.
So like what happened like to if you don't mind me asking, like your mom?
Yeah, it's my mom.
What happened to like your mom?
My mom.
Yeah.
I was raised by my father's family.
Oh yeah.
So I never, I don't know, hey, but like I was raised by my father's family, and then from my father's family, my dad took me to Blom. Then I went to stay with my dad at Blom.
So
I never had contact with my mom, and I never really needed my mom because I had like everything. Although I had a box as a wardrobe, I had like everything I needed.
So he like boxed your high childhood, if you would say.
He boxed my
childhood like into like, oh wow, okay, I guess.
He boxed my childhood, I never had like that chance to ask, okay, now where's my mom? Because I never thought I really needed one. Mom. Until like later in life when I got to my teenage, that's when like you realize that.
No, man, where's my mom?
Where's my mom? Why is it just the two of us here?
Because you can see other kids, they've got moms.
They've got moms. Yeah.
So like, did you ever like meet your mom?
Yeah, I did. In high school.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I did.
So like, you guys are close now? Or we still?
You can never be close with a child you didn't raise.
Yes,
that's impossible.
That's true.
But we're trying to understand each other. We're trying. But yeah.
But you know what's crazy, man? People, you know what's crazy about me? What I figured out in my life is that, and I thought about this like in 2022, I think, when I was like thinking about all the friends that I grew up with from primary, high school, even now college, right? I've realized one thing, that I'm the only one with the mom and the dad in the same house.
Yeah.
Like all of them is like, a dad is not there,
or the mom is not there.
Or like a dad died or mom died. And I realized that shit, like I'm the only one.
With
and I should be like
parents.
I should be like what you call this, so grateful.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. But at the same time, I'm like, hey, my dad, no. Even though he wasn't.
I know there's only trouble with having both parents.
He's too strict though. Like maybe not now, but maybe in 15 years if you went, I wouldn't mind. But now, man, I love my parents, but they're too strict.
I had only my dad as a parent, but I know what a mother's love feels like from my grandparents, because every time I went for holidays, I'd go to my grandmother and grandfather. So I know how a mother and father household is like. And
apparently grandmothers love you and treat you better than a mother, isn't that? Isn't that like, did you get that feeling? Yeah, because grandmother's like.
That's how I learned a mother's love, like that warmth. I never lacked it ever in my life because I had like the best.
And they raised you well.
They raised me well, both equally.
Yeah,
I'm very grateful.
I can see that you're beautiful as fuck.
Thank you.
I had to raise that. I'm so sorry. I had to raise that. But there's one story from childhood. Another story that oh man, this is a wild story. My friends hated me for this. They like almost beat me up for this, right?
What?
So like when I live in Makaki, right? Mm-hmm. So like we hanging out. I think it's like 4 friends, right? So there's these Nigerian guys, right? They go into another house. They're gonna fix, I think, electricity, right?
Yeah.
So these guys have been there for like a while, for like 2 hours, right? So we're looking at these niggas, right? And this is like back like 4 years ago when we didn't understand about, we're Nigerian and stuff like that, and being like respectful to them that they're in our country. So as they're about to go, right? They're like saying bye bye, we're about to go now. So they close the door, right? They lift the window down. So as they're going past by us, right? They're greeting us. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking Nigerians. I'm like, you fucking Nigerians. Bro, they literally stopped the car. And they went out of the car. And all of us like ran. Like, yeah, you fucking closers, you fucking. Every nigga ran. Like, we had to like run over the wall. We had to like jump over other neighbors' houses. Up until we went to like another forest. We ran. They were chasing us. Like, they stopped the car in the middle and they chased us away. If niggas are watching this, the niggas that I grew up with, if they're watching this, then they would know. But fuck, man. That was one story. Like, that was wild. I thought like I was gonna die because those niggas were like chasing us. And I'm like, fuck, man. But now my childhood was wild, man. Like, it was like fun times, good times. But like, what's sad now is that we're not in the streets anymore. Like, when we grew up in the streets, we're playing, we were playful. But now I feel like kids these days, they don't play. Do you also feel that way? Kids like inside now?
I wouldn't know. Growing up as a girl child, you're not really allowed to go in the streets that. Yeah, we're allowed to stay in the house and watch TV.
Yeah. But I feel like these kids, do you feel like these kids it's a good thing that social media has them trapped inside the house? Or do you feel like kids need to go out and just express themselves?
I do feel like they need to go out because social media is just an illusion. Yeah, it's so fake. That's not like the real life. And there's
also like bullying there.
Bullying. It takes a lot of yeah. So I do feel like they really need to go out and explore what the world is really like, not from what you see on social media, because social media is really an illusion. Like, what those things you see on social media are not even true. Yeah. Those are fake.
Do you also like how's your social media like? In a week, how much do you use social media? Are you like every day on there, or are you like give it a break sometimes?
I'm every day on social media.
Every day.
Every day on social media.
And you post stuff like.
I do. How do you posting on TikTok, Insta? I post on WhatsApp like every minute. Everything I think of, like WhatsApp is my daily diaries. That's where I write everything that's going on in my life. Like right now, oh my God, I'm so stressed. I'm in a podcast. I'm gonna write it there on WhatsApp.
You're gonna write
right now.
Yeah.
I'm writing there. Like, I don't care if no one cares. I'm just.
Yeah. You just do you. Social media, man. I could say that social media. You know what's unhealthy for me is that when I go on social media, right? Yeah. Obviously, I'm looking for entertainment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what I do is that I look at what other people are doing. I look at like what other people like winning, people that are winning, especially our age.
Yeah.
And I feel the pressure. I'm like, I go off. I'm like, fuck. People are doing, but like, how do you handle like when you see people your age, but they fucking shit up? Like financially, they're doing well and they're blowing up. Like, how do you handle that shit?
Obviously, it does bring that pressure that I need to. Yeah. But at the same time, I look at myself and what I've accomplished to this age, and I'm proud. I'm proud because we don't grow up the same way. You know?
It's like
different households, different upbringings, different. So
I get that. Nah, man, but childhood. I hope these kids could like learn the values of friendship and not just
True.
Just go on social media all the time with your needs. Nah, man, let's just grow and be a kid, go outside. But at the same time, it's dangerous nowadays because kids are being kidnapped and stuff like that. What else do you think? You think we should talk about?
Maybe what are your stories from? What are the like hit stories from high school? I want those.
I don't want to think about high school right now. High school traumatized me though.
How?
You know when you watch movies about high school on TV, you're like, fuck, high school is great. Then you get to high school and you're like, fuck, high school is not that great. So it was like kind of like that because I used to watch like movies about high school and I thought like high school is gonna be nice, man. High school is gonna be like everyone's gonna like me, everyone's gonna be then I went to high school, I'm like, fuck, everyone hates me. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing about high school.
Why?
Though. I'll tell you one thing. I'll admit one thing about high school though. I used to be like the class clown. Like every time, like every class I went to, I was a class
you were the clown.
Yeah. I used to make jokes. I used to like make immature jokes. I used to make like remarks to people. There was this one time a teacher, yes, our English teacher, fuck, Miss Ahadin. She was teaching us English, right? So she was explaining something, right? She's explaining, and then she talks about herself. You know when teachers take a break, they speak about themselves. So it's like speaking about herself, how like back then she used to be like, dude, she used to do this, she used to hustle, she used to do this. So like everyone's like, wow, and I'm like, and I go and I get up and I'm like, you go, girl. Yeah. And she was like, what the hell are you doing?
Why would you do that?
And she's like, get out.
Really?
And I went out. I went out of classroom. But fuck, man, it was like a fun experience at the same time. But if there's one story, fuck, I could tell you about high school. I was in the 9th grade, right? So I went to Morningside High School in the 9th grade. So like I had a girlfriend, right? And she was colored. And colored girls are wild, So this girl, right? She used to be like horny all the time. Like I don't know why, right? Like whenever I used to sit with her, right? She was like when it comes to like touching stuff and everything, she was way ahead of me. Like I don't know why, I don't know how.
Her mind
was like way ahead of me. I'm like, what? And my friends are like, hey, this girl is going too much. I remember one time she was like telling me to finger her during break time. But if there's one story I could tell you about her, right? Funny story, right? When I was in the bus, right? I'm going to school, right? So she's texting me like, babe, where are you? And I'm in the bus, and she's like, I've got a place for us.
A secret place for us.
And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean you've got a place for us? Because like, she's like, I've got a place for us, or we can have sex. I'm like, fuck.
We're even ready to have sex
in the 9th grade.
Like so early.
I had 1 body count.
Oh, you already? Oh, wow.
Yeah, 9th grade.
Whoa, that was
so she's like, to me, right? She's like to me, like, I have a place so we can like have sex. Like, fuck. So I'm thinking in the past, like, I don't want to sound like.
Wait, grade 9, we like what? 15?
Grade 9th grade. Probably like 16, 17.
You guys already have.
So she's like, so she's texting me. I'm like, okay, like, what do you mean? She's like, I've got this place at the assembly. The whole, we can go downstairs, we can have sex right there. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, let's do it, right? But she tells me like, no condoms. She's like, tell me, no, we're not gonna use any condoms. I'm like, nah. So I get to school, right? And I tell my friend like, yo, bro, like at first break, this girl wants me to have sex with her. I'm like, fuck, do it. And I'm like, she says no condoms. Like, nah. Why is she saying no condoms? Why is she saying no condoms? And I'm thinking about it. And 9th grade, our minds are like, our minds, we're not matured yet. So we're thinking about this shit. I'm like, fuck, what if she's got HIV? What if she's got like STI? What if she's got HIV? And she's like, nah, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Without a condom, don't do it. So I tell her, nah, let's not do this. Respectfully, like, I want to be with you and stuff, but let's not do it. Yeah. So I don't know what happened in between, like, we date. But at the end of 9th grade, we break up. Right? We never had sex. We just break up. Just felt like she was way ahead of herself.
Yeah.
In terms of me. We just broke up.
Apparently, girls are like
more mature. Yeah. You guys are like more mature than us, more ahead of us. So she broke up, right? So the following year, right? This is where the funny story is. On the 10th grade, right? I hear stories about. I'm hearing stories. People are talking about her. I can hear people are talking about her. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? People are talking about her. And the intercom, in the intercom, they say, "Ban Ban, please come to the office."
Yeah.
So they call her. They say, "Her, please come to the office." And they call another guy, come to the office. Like, fuck, what happened? And someone tells me like, "Bro, she's expelled." Like, fuck. What the fuck happened? She's expelled from school, right? She left school. She's expelled from school. The guy who she was with was expelled from school.
Also,
it turns out. So I found out the full story. I'm like, what the fuck happened? It turns out the nigga she was dating, she tried that shit on him. She's like, yo, bro, I've got a place at school. I've got a place at school where we can have sex. But this time, this time they had cameras in the school. Because last year they didn't have cameras.
They didn't have.
They just had securities. So she was like, we could get away with it. But the following year they had cameras because people were starting to smoke weed.
Okay.
People were starting to do weird shit. So they had cameras everywhere. So they had sex in like a tree, under like a tree, and there was a camera watching them, literally, and they got caught. And bro, like people were watching that shit.
Embarrassing.
And they got expelled from school from that shit. And my friends were like, you see, imagine if you were
the one,
if you were with her and she had sex with her, you would have been expelled.
Imagine your parents being called for that.
And our parents were
and watching. Now they're watching you.
Watching that shit, and she got expelled from school. I'm like, fuck, I dodged the fucking bullet.
We dodged. Because
you know what, bro? You know what? Because in primary, right? I'm gonna tell the story. In primary, I got expelled for behavioral problems. I got expelled for behavioral problem in high school, in primary school.
Well, what was your major problem?
No. I can't disclose that. But I can't disclose that. But I got expelled from primary school. Mm-hmm. They gave me like one chance, and I fucked up again. Second chance, you're out. So my dad went for school, looked for schools around. They all said no, except for Morningside took me. Yeah. So this time I couldn't fuck around. I couldn't like fuck up. Like this was like final chance. You can't fuck up, and I'm glad because I was more matured for that. I didn't get. My dad didn't call for behavioral problems, stuff like that. So I dodged a bullet because imagine if I got expelled. I wouldn't have finished high school.
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
Like that. But that's one story for my high school career, and I hope wherever she is, I hope she's doing well. I hope she's not having sex at school.
One story though.
Yeah.
Oh, this story traumatized me for years.
In high school?
Yes. Yeah,
what happened?
It still traumatizes me even now.
What happened? You have to tell the story.
We were in those private schools. You stand in a line. Okay, I think they also do it in public schools. You stand in a line and then you're gonna go in the hall and then you're gonna have like a sort of assembly. On Mondays.
On Mondays, yeah. We also have assembly on Mondays.
Yes. So we're standing and then you go in like grade by grade, maybe grade 10. Because those private schools, it's not a lot of students. Just
yeah.
So it was my grade time. So as we go in, my friend is like, you have sperm on your lips. I'm like, sperm on my lips? I'm like, fuck you. But then
what grade is it?
That was grade 9. I think it was 9th grade.
She said you had sperm on your lip.
I have sperm.
You were sucking dick. You were sucking dick before.
If not grade.
Before.
I think grade 11
school.
though. No, I think grade 11 though.
Grade 11.
Yeah, it was grade 11. It was grade 11. Yeah.
Sperm on your lips. Wait, were you sucking dick before?
No, it was in the morning. We were having she was like a funny person, really. She was just making a joke. Oh, yeah, okay. But I was not taking it kindly.
But you didn't suck dick that day.
No, I wasn't sucking dick at grade 11, guys. Please.
Morning dick sucker. You're a morning dick sucker.
Please.
We get it. We have those. But yeah, tell the story.
So as we're going in, before she even says that, my teacher was like, keep quiet, grade 11s. So we're like, okay. Vela, she was my Afrikaans teacher. So we had some difficulties here and there. So Malishwane is the girl's name. She says this, and I'm like, but But now when I say this, I'm looking like at the front. She's looking at me. Masha is looking at me. The teacher is looking at me.
Yeah,
so when I said this, after she said keep quiet grade 11, she thinks
you're talking to her.
She thought I was pulling the middle finger at her.
Yeah.
She was like, come here. I literally thought I was in trouble for pulling a middle finger at Marshawn because I was even laughing at him. Like for that.
Yeah, like, what did I do?
What did I do?
Yeah, the classic, what did I do? What did I do, man?
What did I do if she's looking? Oh, I was never. I never do that to a teacher.
And what did she say?
So she took me to the office and I was standing outside and she was talking to the principal, like telling the principal that I was pulling a middle finger on her and all that. And then the principal came in. Oh, the principal called me in. And then I was trying to explain that it's not like I was not putting it on the teacher, but they never gave me a chance.
They never believed you, of course.
They didn't believe me because
you're not gonna believe.
Because when I did this, she was also looking at me, and then Malshad was looking at me. Now, you know, and I even said like, can you also call Malshad if you don't believe me, and I can just go out, you know. But the principal was like, you're not
she's gonna vouch for you.
This case is too deep.
I think she's gonna vouch for you.
This case is too deep. You going down.
Yeah, so what happened?
They called my parents. That I was like, go call. No, actually, in New Horizon College, they will tell you, go call your parents. So I went to call my parents, and my dad was not around. So my stepmother, my dad got married afterwards.
Yeah.
So I called my stepmother, and then she was there listening. And I got suspended for like a week.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing.
So the whole school knew, just different.
The whole school knew that I got suspended, but they didn't know for what. Like they were texting me on WhatsApp, like, what's going on? And I had to tell them that I'm suspended. For what? My Afrikaans teacher thinks I was swearing at her. And then even my family knew about it. And then sometime later they were reminding me, like, this one, she once swore to teach.
What's her name? The Afrikaans teacher? What's her name?
I don't remember what her name was, but I do remember Malshad. Malshad was the friend.
If the Afrikaans teacher is watching right now, what do you have to say to her?
I didn't swear at you. Like, I literally
Afrikaans teacher.
Since I got suspended for it.
Afrikaans teacher. Faith says, if you're watching this, you can't do anything to her right now. You can't do anything. Fuck you. It's over. Fuck you, hater. Fuck you. But fuck you, Afrikaans teacher. But moving on, man. Let's not talk about high school. Moving on.
What's your relationship status though? Why?
Currently, or
currently
I'm single.
Single?
Yeah.
Why?
Single. I'm single
because
I want to take you out.
Nah,
I'm just joking.
It can never be the reason.
I'm single, right? My last relationship was serious relationship. I was talking serious relationship, right? Serious. Last relationship was on the 12th grade. Yeah.
12th grade?
Yeah, man.
Why?
Other relationships, it wasn't serious. We were just fucking around. And
you were just fucking around. The girl was serious. No. I get that.
Yeah, you could say that.
It's always the case.
And you know when they say guys can't cheat, they always got caught. Yeah, she caught me.
You guys do.
She caught me, and we broke up. This was last year, right? She found out that you're dating another girl, and stuff like that.
But then why are you cheating?
And we broke up.
Why are you cheating?
No, niggas can't be eating chicken every week. So.
I'm traumatized by this generation's dating scene. Like, I'm literally traumatized. You can't be eating chicken
every day, same chicken, rainbow chicken.
What do you mean?
We need to eat other chicken
but
sometimes.
You chose the chicken.
No.
You went and chose.
Same spice, same chicken. Now we need another spice.
That's what you settled for.
settle for. No, I'm too young for that.
Okay, but like when you say you want to be in a relationship, it's like you're settling.
Like my last serious relationship, right? It was actually like a beautiful relationship, right? So like this girl, right? She told me like everything, like she was so deep with me, right? And everyone was like, "You date this girl?" Like, yeah, man, yeah. Just take care of her. She's been through a lot. So she like told me like, it's the first guy that I'm dating that's younger than me. She was older than me, right? So she's like,
how old?
She was like 2 years older than me, right? So she's like, what's I don't want to say her name right now because what if she's watching? She might be watching. Fuck it. Her name was Delita. Fuck it. So we were dating, right? And she was very honest in a relationship. She was like, bro, like be calm with me, like be chill with me and stuff like that. She was like, we can have fun and all the stuff. Don't listen to the rumors, don't listen to everything and stuff
Why
like that.
would she say that?
Yeah, I was also worried about it. Why would you say that, right? So everyone.
What is she worried about?
So we were dating. It was serious. I went to her house. I met her family. She never met my family, right? I don't know. It never got to that. She met my family, but like we broke up, right?
Right.
The reason I broke up, right? Everyone in school was telling me, like, bro, she's got a child, right? And I didn't believe them. People say that she had like two children. She got 4 children. She got 5 children. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even know.
I get why she was saying don't believe the rumors.
I'm like, why are people saying different stories? And every time I'm walking with people are looking at us like, this thing that's telling this girl. I'm like, okay.
They don't understand.
They don't understand. Like, bro, she's got 5 children.
Why are you still there?
I'm like, nah, this nigga's a lie.
It's a lie.
This nigga's a lie.
It's a blatant lie.
So she says to me, right, that I wanna meet with you first break. Like, okay, cool. And and we talk, and she's like, I want to tell you something. Fuck.
How long have you guys been dating?
This time is like 5 months.
Okay.
5 months. So she's like, I want to tell you something. Like, what's going on? Please don't be children. Don't be children. Don't be 5 children.
We've already heard from this.
I'll leave you right now in this passage. 5 children. I'll leave you in this passage right now.
But even it's 4.
Don't even still
3.
2, even 2, bro.
2.
In high school.
It happens.
So she's like, I've got a child. Like, fuck. Like, how many children you have? She said, I've got 1 child.
Okay.
1 child. It was, I was even drunk that night. I didn't plan for it. 1 child.
These things happen.
I'm like, fuck. I'm like, why didn't you tell me earlier on? She's like, fuck, man. I'm like, okay, it's cool. So we, I still dated her right after that. And people are like, in high school, people are always talking. People are like, oh, man, why are you dating this girl?
She has a child.
Yeah, she's got a child.
It's a biggie. It's a deal breaker having a child in high school.
Meanwhile, I didn't tell you this. While I'm dating her, right, I was busy with another girl. Her name is Amioli, right? But the thing about this girl, right, this is the biggest flop ever. And my niggas will always tell me about this flop. Like, nigga, you fucked up. You know when you fucked up? You fucked up.
How so?
You fucked up.
How so?
The girl I was dating, right, Amioli, right? She was 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
So she was.
So your main chick is 2 years older than you.
Yeah, my
side chick is 2 years younger than you.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
But I wanted the older chick because I wanted older girls. I wanted older girls. I wanted the experienced girls. So the one I'm dating right now, she's like, bro, like, I'm a virgin.
Okay.
She was a virgin. So she says, I want you to be my first.
Right.
Like,
nice.
Cool, no problem. Right. But I'm busy with the older one. The older one is wild. She's more experienced. She's nice.
She's willing to do anything.
Yeah, bro. Like, we even had like kissed at the library and stuff like that. People were like, take that shit outside. Right. So the one who was a virgin, she was shy. She was, she wasn't ready for a lot of things. Right. But she knew her breaking point. She knew her worth. So she broke up with me. Like, seriously.
After she found out about
I'm dating. Yeah, she's like, no.
It's fine.
Right. So I dated this one.
The younger one.
The older one.
Okay.
I dated the older one. I slept with the older one.
Just wait, who knew the
younger one found out.
Oh, okay.
I'm dating the older one. But the older one, right?
She didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, she broke up with me, right? Because I feel like right now she's like, nah, I'm gonna go back to older guys.
Okay.
Basically.
Right.
Basically, I'm going back to older guys. Guys who are 27, 28, 29. Like, fuck, okay. She broke up with me. And the one who's
younger.
The younger one was still a virgin. She said, nah, I'm not gonna take it back, because you fucked up. So that was like a biggest. People reminded me of that thing with my whole high school career. Like, you fucked up. Like you chose like an old dog over a young dog. You fucked up, nigga. You fucked up. So fast forward 2 years. 2 years. Yeah, boys. Fast forward 2 years after high school. I asked her like, how are things going? And I had to ask her, like, are you still a virgin? Nah, bro. Long time ago. I'm like, fuck. She's like, you gave it to another nigga. I'm like, fuck. I lost interest. Whoa. But yeah, enough about me, man. Just tell about your high school.
My high school relationship status. I never said this, but I'll say it now. Every time my dad found out that I was dating.
Hey, your dad. That nigga needs to go, man.
What's wrong
with this nigga? A box, and now with high school. What's wrong with this nigga?
Every time he'd find out that I'm dating, he'd cut my hair bald.
Like he cut your hair like
cheese cop, like
so that when you go to high school, people don't find you attractive. Oh, fuck, he's a mean nigga.
So cool. So now I have this short haircut. I'm in high school. I cut my hair grade 7.
Yeah.
So now we're going to high school. This guy I like, he likes me. Okay, now we date.
Yeah.
And then there's this girl. She has longer hair. She's very likable. She's everyone's type in the class. I want to be with her.
Light skinned.
She's very light skinned. And then my boyfriend was like, my best friend, he told my best friend that it was over between us. He told my best friend to tell me.
To tell you,
that it was over between us.
To tell you,
yeah. So when he was like, literally like,
tell her.
Like, close by when my best friend told me.
Yeah.
So when my best friend told me that, Pacey saying it's over with you. It's over between you guys. I laughed because like
you thought it was like a lie.
No, I knew it was true because I heard the rumor between him and the girl. Yeah, and I knew because it's true. It's probably true because they would give hints in class like shark boy and shark girl, and then I knew something was up. Something was up.
Hey,
you feel it.
Yeah, which one is this one?
Yeah. I mean, he told my best friend to tell me it's over, and when she told me, I laughed at it. And then he came to me and was like, "I'm serious," and I'm like, "I don't care." That time,
deep down,
it hurt so bad. Like,
yeah. Damn, the nigga said no.
I was having the worst time.
No cheese gobs here.
That time we are in the same class and they're busy lovey and dab. My high school life was the worst because the next guy I dated was Siyabonga. Siyabonga, Siyabonga, we were dating, we were helping each other academically, everything. Next thing, he's dating this other girl called Viswa. And then the next thing, he moved from sitting next to me to sitting next to Viswa. I was like, oh, okay, it's over.
So in high school, all these niggas were like choosing other girls over you?
Over my whole life, I swear.
Your high school career, was you like cheese coping everything? Like cheese coping?
No, I didn't have cheese cop all my high school life, but like niggas were choosing other girls than me.
But now they're probably correct now. Now you're beautiful.
I was beautiful even in high school.
It's just that.
Right.
But now
that happened.
But currently right now. Currently right now.
Currently.
Yeah, just this.
I am. My relationship status is pending. It's pending.
Pending.
It's pending.
Oh, so
there's suitors. There's suitable suitors.
There's not one person.
No, I was dating this guy early on.
The year.
It went like earlier, beginning of the year.
Yeah, and then it went south.
It went really south. Yeah. Like it went really south.
You just found out that this nigga is not the one.
Not he couldn't even tell me that I was not the one for him. Yeah. Like it was hard for him to tell me that I was not the one. Like sometimes, like me now, the way I've heard like relationships, can you just tell me when you don't? Like I could feel very that he was coming from angles. Yeah. With the things he used to say to me, like on WhatsApp and all that. But for him to not be able to tell me that it's going south, like I can't be with you. Like
niggas will never be honest.
Why can't you guys be honest?
We can't be honest about that.
And then after like 2 weeks, I gave him 2 weeks to think about his decision. Like literally gave him 2 weeks. And then he came. Bruno. He came. Sorry. So like he came the other week. Bruno has chosen violence today.
He said that it's pending. It was pending. Yeah, it's pending. Like hopefully, like I hope you choose right. I hope you choose the right guy, especially in this pandemic right now that we're in, of guys like just like not treating women the proper way.
Yeah.
Niggas like getting jealous and stuff like that.
Temporary.
Yeah. And I also like advise you, if it's like what you do, like hide your nigga, because hey man, the streets.
Hide.
Yeah, I mean, just hide your nigga. If you don't want to hide him, it's fine. Cause okay, in relationships before that, what do you do? Do you hide your nigga? Do you show your nigga like this is who I'm dating?
I'm a social media person. Like, I love posting.
Yeah.
Like I want people to know.
Okay, so you're not afraid of competition. Like if another girl hits him up.
Why would he allow another girl to hit him up?
The reason why I said hide your guy, right, is because judging from your high school story, you said that niggas used to leave you for other girls. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm preparing you for now. Is that?
But like
the same that doesn't happen to you right now. The same thing doesn't happen when another.
We can't run away from that, because like he will still see other girls either way.
Yeah.
Why should I hide him from why should I not post him because of other girls when he'll meet other girls either way wherever he goes?
So you're gonna post him?
I'm definitely gonna post my next guy. My next guy also about Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter,
TikTok. We're going viral.
So guys, you heard it.
You will explain to your side niggas why you out there with me.
So you guys heard it here. She'll post her nigga. So basically, it's yeah.
Everywhere.
You're gonna be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I'll be everywhere.
Everyone should know.
Everyone should know. But I want to talk to you about something serious about this. I want to talk about this topic because, as I told you before we shot this episode, that there's a guy that I know that got shot, right? At Groove. This guy literally got shot the day after we went to the same place. We went there Saturday, and on Sunday, he got shot. He died, and he died because of a girlfriend cheating. They were fighting over a girl, and this nigga was not playing. He had a gun. They were fighting over a girl, and he got shot. He killed him. He was only like 19 years old, like a whole life ahead of him, and it got stopped because of that. So I just want to talk to you about groove, like this groove culture that we are currently in right now.
God, that one.
Like, what do you think about the groove that we have right now? Do you think, like, I've got multiple questions on this, right? Mm-hmm. But just to like give you two questions to answer. What do you think about groove culture right now? And do you think it was wild now, or was it wild with our parents? How do you think it was like? Because our parents definitely grooved. But how do you think?
I don't know with our parents, but what I know is that nothing is new under the sun.
So basically, the same shit that was happening back then
is still happening now.
Happening right now. But why do you think our parents never like back then it wasn't multiple people dying. Our parents remained safe. They stay safe. They weren't getting the shit. But right now it's like everyone's dying.
It's chaotic.
It's chaotic. People are angry. Like, what would you advise the youth in terms of like?
I'll tell them one thing though. You know, you're drinking now and you're having fun.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The body remembers. Come 10 years. Come 10 years.
Yeah.
And the body's like,
It's time.
The liver is failing you.
It's time to reap what you sow now. you need a new liver now. You're panicking.
You need a new liver now.
Yeah, you're panicking.
And it costs like 1 point something million.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
That's when you remember
a
that.
Lot of money. I've got a nigga right now who drinks a lot.
Through my
His name is Bulalani. The nigga drinks a lot. The nigga drinks a lot.
I also drink a lot. You know, because I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. But you gotta be here for a long time. Okay, I get the phrase.
There's nothing to be here for a long time for. Like, it's not really that nice.
Okay, we're gonna go back to that, right? But in terms of groove culture, right? Like, what would you say is like in a month the appropriate time to just groove? Would you say like every week, or would you say like once a month or twice a month? Just to like preserve yourself.
Personally.
For you and for everyone else. First for you.
For me, I go to groove as often as I can. You got problems, you need to solve it, groove, you know?
Yeah.
And then for others
and others coming up who are about to groove.
Especially if you like a student like me, I'd say like
fuck it up. Do whatever.
Can you just once a month, 2 times a month?
Yeah,
I don't do it, but like 2 times a month.
2 times a month. Yeah, at least respect yourself. At least like save your money.
Yeah, it saves you a lot of.
That money is not yours. You must send that money, right?
Yeah, true.
And when you said like high school, because these high school niggas are like they dying like flies. It's a very sad situation. Like this guy, it was a very sad situation. Like my parents woke me up and they told me about this shit. About how
he was in high school.
He was in high school. I think in like 12th grade.
I feel like Gabeja is like wild. You never get those
people are saying now. Like I remember I seeing on Twitter, most dangerous cities. I think we up there in the top 5.
Yeah, and
I feel like
who dies at high school?
I said this to someone yesterday, right? I think the reason why people right now are just killing everyone. People are tired now. People are frustrated with unemployment. People are frustrated with
it's not even that. Like the high people are working with the gangsters, so it's just like they know. Either way, like I've seen people video calling people in prison. I'm like, they have phones now.
They have phones in prison. Like it's like
they have Wi-Fi now.
Video, bro. Like
they have data now.
The data.
Like what the fuck is going on?
They even have. I also saw this last year. They even finish high school right there. You can graduate in prison.
Yes, it's been like that for a long time. Like you can still school in
which
prison.
Is crazy
you can
because
still go to UNISA in prison. You can go to varsity in prison and all that. But for them to even have phones, video call friends from outside, make money from outside, still in prison,
like
crazy.
He's making money too. I heard he's making money from inside prison.
Duh. They don't care about being in prison, those guys, because they know when I come out, when my sentence is over
my money's
and I go out.
Yeah.
I'm rich as fuck. They know. Literally. Yeah. Some will even take falls, like take a fall for some crime because they know I'm gonna be rich AF when I go out.
It's fucking wild. But
they don't even count the years.
We'll talk about that even more on other episodes. But this groove culture, man, I'll just advise the culture, like the future.
Let's have fun because we're young.
The children. Have fun.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking right to the camera right now because I want people to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
I want whoever's watching this, I want you to hear me. Like, just have fun, enjoy yourself.
Have
a limit. Just have a limit on yourself.
Yeah.
Don't groove too much.
Discipline is very important.
I'll say this: like the money that you save and the money you make on your own, have fun with it, right? But the money you get from other people, like your parents, and stuff like that. The money that you need, like your money for food, money for stuff, don't spend it all on alcohol.
You can't be doing that.
You can't be doing that. Your parents can't just send you like 2,000 and say buy this, and then you buy alcohol. You just
I do it sometimes, but it's wrong.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. All the enemies. That's why. Is it true, right? Yeah, NMU. They held back what you call this NSFAS. I think you guys were striking for NSFAS.
They held back what?
They held back. Now they didn't give people NSFAS money for like 3 months. I heard there was a rumor that not just NMU but other universities were not paying students the NSFAS money.
What I know is that they don't pay the accommodation money to
your account.
There are in some students were not paid the academic year, so they closed down and made like Airbnbs, forcing students to go to look for other accommodations, which is really crazy. Nah, it's crazy.
But did you guys get your money now? Your NSFAS money?
I wouldn't know, you know. I wouldn't know.
You haven't gotten any money.
I haven't.
You know what I'm planning to do, because we need to fix this NSFAS problem. I'm thinking of inviting like students from different campuses to speak about this, speak up about this NSFAS problem, how it's affecting them. You know, because NSFAS, we think about it as like money to play with. You know, on social media we're like NSFAS is for grooving, it's for doing this, but NSFAS is really for your food. You know, NSFAS is for your for things that you need.
I'll be honest, like I'm not one of those students that really need
NSFAS. Yeah.
Like I need a NSFAS for tuition, because I know my parents can afford to pay my tuition, but when it comes to my well-being, I'm well off without, because I'm not even receiving NSFAS right now, but I am like a beneficiary for NSFAS.
Beneficiary.
So I think we do need students that actually need.
We can bring it on the podcast and talk about it, because it's fucked up and like
it is, because I'm cool with not. I haven't received enough of my allowances,
but you're well off. But
I'm okay with it.
Okay with it,
yes. But like someone out there is hungry.
I've seen on Twitter people like, how can we study when we're hungry? How can we do this when we're hungry? And like, fuck, like students are going through the most. It's and it's fucked up.
And I haven't gotten any accommodation, but I'm fine with it, because I know I have 2 homes to go to live in Gqeberha, you know. And there are people out there that don't even have.
So it's like, I feel like when we plan it properly, we can bring like students with different backgrounds, different like situations and stuff.
I guess that's one of the goals for the podcast.
Yeah, speaking of the goals,
students.
Like shout out to the students. I hope NSFAS pays the money, man. Like, come on. We're about to vote in May. Like, come on, guys. Like, come on. So, who are you going to vote for?
My vote, my secret.
Your vote is a secret.
Guys, I can't be telling you guys my vote, but like you.
Man. Speaking of, enough about the group culture. Like, we're about to end this episode right now. I feel like it was a beautiful episode.
It was.
Let's just talk about what we want for the podcast. We can't just leave these people hanging. Like, we need to like tell them what we're planning to do. There's more stuff to do from the podcast. This was part 1, guys, of episode 1. So I just want to say, I hope people subscribe. Right? The reason why we started this podcast is because, all love from you guys. The reason why we started this podcast because we saw there's no podcast in Gqeberha. There's no content creators in Gqeberha. There's no big influencers. There's no anyone supporting this whole YouTube thing who's doing it big in YouTube. So we just decided to start it in Gqeberha so that people can relate to us. So I just hope people subscribe, people like the video, people just comment, even if it's negative. We'll learn from that. Come with all your thoughts on the episode. But yeah, man, we're gonna be consistent. Every week we're gonna be posting a new episode. Every week you're gonna see her beautiful face on the camera. So yeah, don't go away. You're gonna be seeing her face every day. every week. So yeah, that's where I'm ending. Where do you wanna like end this? Like give a shout out to your socials.
Can you guys please follow Faith Gwens or Abenati Gwens?
Yeah.
And then there's TikTok. Oh, TikTok.
Follow
It's
on
fine.
TikTok.
It's fine if you don't follow me on TikTok. It's not that important.
Yeah, you can, but you can also follow me on Instagram at Michael Podcast. Yeah, we'll be showing you like updates every day when the next episode is. So we're planning on shooting on Mondays and uploading on maybe on Wednesday. We'll upload the episodes on Wednesday. We'll still decide on that, but that's all the goals we have. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching the episode. Thank you for we don't know how many of you are gonna watch this, but if you watch this, share it amongst each other. We love you guys. I'm Michael Max Twister. I'm here with
Faith.
Faith. Bye. Chill.
Love you.